Greetings once again, spacefaring adventurers. Duuz-Diz-Din, back again with Eden Zero. Now previously, in order to save those still aboard the Eden Zero from Joker Helix, Rebecca, Wise, although Professor version, and Shiki have gone to confront the mad AI Joker Helix. But Joker Helix is crafty, managing to subvert their subversions of Joker Helix's near-time stopping ability. Rebecca through her special abilities, and Wise through his technology. But Joker is obsessed with playing games with Rebecca, and Professor Wise not cheating? With the question being, why has Joker taken such an interest in Rebecca's time and attention? And why does Joker shun their master? Now, with Joker seemingly both not and still playing around, Rebecca has found herself trapped in a Saw-like situation, with Shiki and the Professor in a room quickly filling with water, unless Rebecca find a way to save her compatriots. Will Rebecca find a way to save the day? And the big question, how does Shiki feel about Rebecca? Join me as I find out, won't you? Eden Zero, Chapter 254, Stage 2. Does make me wonder how many stages we're gonna have to all of this. A nice and extremely Japanese image of Homura, which is ironic because I very much doubt Homura's involved in this chapter that much. Alright, a nice butt shot of Rebecca in this sealed room, rattling the door handle as much as she can, thinking, it won't open. She peeks back at the monitor displaying the Professor and Shiki strapped to poles in a room filling with water, it already up to their necks. She continues rattling the handle, thinking, but I need to hurry, or Shiki and the Professor will. But then she realizes something, saying, now that I look at it, there's writing on the door. Oh, the sign says, open the door, okay? And below, there are 5 writings on a pentagon shape. The elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. If you don't know, that's more of the Chinese, I think, elements? Or is that just certain Asian country? Rebecca says, the right door? Then this door isn't the way out? Wood, fire, earth, metal, water. The 5 elements? What in this room is related to the 5 elements? She looks around the room. She observes a wooden door, fire, candles, an aquarium, a metal chair, and, seeing a crack on the tile under her feet, earth. She says, now that I look at it, the floor here is made of earth. The wooden door is locked. The fire, water, and metal objects can't work as doors. Does that mean the answer is earth? Is there a door in the floor? If I compare all their locations to where they are on the elemental diagram, then it should be here, a door in the earth. Rebecca starts desperately digging and, in fact, finds a metal trap door underneath. I will say, since it has a handle, I feel like she kind of would have noticed that to some degree, but then again, why would she think anything of it? She's more desperate to get out than anything else. So she opens the hatch and jumps on through. Or more like she gets pulled through. She finds herself zipping through a tube going, why is it like this? Ooh, and then she hits the floor hard. Another butt shot. She finds herself in an infinite hall of doors. Rebecca says, this is a lot of doors. Joker's voice comes out saying, only one is the real door. Move fast, Rebecca. Rebecca gets up quickly, rushing to the nearest one, saying, I'll just have to try them all in order. She pulls the handle on one, and, Klein? Before she could go through, Klein is in the door, who says, bzz, this door, it's the wrong one. Rebecca says, Klein? But suddenly Klein puts her hand out and uses her wind ether to slash at Rebecca. Rebecca does her best to defend herself. Are they being controlled by Joker? The door suddenly slams, and Rebecca calls out, Klein, is she controlling your mind or something? Joker's voice rings out, no, that is a digital Klein I created, but never mind that, you need to hurry. Rebecca desperately tries another door, only to see a digital witch showing up saying to Rebecca, I regret to inform you that this is the wrong door, Lady Rebecca. Rebecca can only stand stunned, and then suddenly Witch zaps her. Oof, it's an intense shock as Rebecca's thrown back. Somewhat charred, Rebecca tries to catch her breath and then gets up, running from door to door saying there has to be some kind of logic to it, but there are no markings on the doors. I have to go back to the starting point and figure out the pattern. But as she looks, she doesn't see any markings. It all looks the same as far as the eye can see. She calls out, "It's no use. There are too many doors." But then she thinks, too many doors. She remembers back when she was little, first playing the professor's game as a little child. The professor says, "Too many? Come on, it's more fun when it's a challenge." Little Rebecca starts to tear up saying, "It's not fun if I can't beat the game." Little Baby Happy says, "Wait, there's a door over there. That door over there is glowing." Little Rebecca says, "Oh, you're right." Professor says, "Huh. Did I program it to do that?" And in the door there's Griff. Rebecca cheers, "Yay, I found Griff." Happy says, "You did it, Rebecca." And in present day, Rebecca shouts, "This game is the one the professor made Griff smash." She then thinks, in that case, there should be a glowing door somewhere. Rebecca goes racing down the corridor, full speed. She then thinks, the combination on the lock was 0211. That's the day I played the game with the professor. The answer to the elemental clue was Earth, like the Earth planet Norma. Oh. And Griff Smash. That was the game I played on Norma that day. I get it now. As she finds the glowing door and goes for the handle, she opens it and says, "I found Griff!" Oh god. And suddenly Griff starts to inflate and bursts. And out comes a very damp Shiki and the professor. Rebecca calls out to them, and as Shiki gets up, he says, "Rebecca, you saved us!" Rebecca calls out, "All right, Joker, this means I beat the game, right?" Joker then materializes, saying, "Not yet. It's not over yet. I haven't played enough yet." Jeez. As a massive Joker looms over Rebecca, Joker uses one of her tendrils to tie up Rebecca's hands. Shiki readies himself, calling out for Rebecca, but the professor stops him for some reason. Rebecca calls out, "It's okay. I think I know what Joker really wants." Joker pauses. Joker then says, "I want to play forever." A manic face appears on the faceless visor on Joker's head. She says, "I won't let you go. We'll be together forever." Did Joker really was Joker going around blowing up planets to find Rebecca? Gee. As Rebecca struggles out of Joker's grasp, she says, "Playtime is over." But Joker gets more and more maniacal, saying, "No, play with me, 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 play with me." Rebecca uses her legs to spread apart the tendrils that are binding her hands, and geez, that shot. Just wow. Rebecca says, "What you really love is helping people have fun." The professor says, "Wow, Rebecca, you're really flexible." She shocks, saying, that look is really something." Jeez. And as Rebecca frees herself, she says, "When a little kid is getting tripped up in a game, then you'll give them a tiny hint because you want them to have a good time." And as Rebecca runs up Joker's tendrils to her face, she says, "Remember who you are. You don't just want to play. You want to help other people play and have fun doing it. That's what you really want." Joker laments, "Have fun." And as Rebecca gets close to the massive Joker's face, she smashes on through. And inside, she finds the true Joker. And Rebecca smiles, saying, "You know, I'd really like an open world game with lots of kitties where you can go on a big adventure, and it'll have..." Meanwhile, back in the real world, Feather is taken off guard. She calls out, "I've lost all Jokers. All signs of the enemy have been eliminated." Meanwhile, in the digital space, Rebecca floats towards Joker, arms outstretched, saying, "The real you is kind to everyone. I want you to keep making lots of awesome games. Help us have fun." And as she embraces Joker, a real human face appears in that faceless visor this time. And as Shiki and the professor look on, Joker says, "I will." Aww. A bit anticlimactic, I will say, but I do kind of appreciate the direction this went. On the one hand, it's kind of anticlimactic because with the other situations where we've managed to kind of talk it out with the villain, those were kind of built up to. This one, I feel like if we had had previous notes of Joker Helix, something. I mean, it does tie into the fact that Rebecca plays video games and gained a lot of her skill because she's played video games, which I don't know how to feel about that, but hey, Sword Art Online makes it seem that simple. And it's nice to have Rebecca be the one to actually solve a situation. But I don't know. I like the idea. I mean, she did solve the situation by understanding it. But I really thought this was going to be like the Rebecca action thing. I mean, we saw some Rebecca action, but I feel like this is a situation where it might be better in the anime. With the music swelling and the voice acting, I might feel this a little bit more in the anime. Not to mention, I don't know. Will it be this simple in the other situations with the other Erashian says? Because let's be real, the last Erashian says member we dealt with was Mueller, and we freaking ganked his ass. And again, it could just be the nature, again, of Universe Zero. I just really wish I feel like this would be better if it had been built up to. But depending on how we interact with this in the future, and I don't know, considering what we dealt with Curb last time, Lady Freya and her obvious connection of Valkyrie, and how God Agnoella was previously, I don't know. Could we redeem all of them? I don't know. That's a tricky one. I'll give this one a pass, but a begrudging one. It'll take seeing where we go from here on out to really decide how I feel about this going forward. I don't hate it again because I like that Rebecca really had to think this one through, but I don't know, with how obsessed Joker was with Rebecca, it just, I don't know, feels like there really should have been more to it than this. Oh, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Is this really the end of the battle against Joker Helix? Are they still an enemy, or will they be an ally? Will the Eden's One allow them to defect, or will they be crushed? There's endless possibilities for what happens now. So let me know your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.